thewhothatdaily.com. That's right, thewhothatdaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who Dat and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, thewhothatdaily.com is your site. Thewhothatdaily.com for the sport Who Dat in all of us.
What's up, fam? This is Big Q from the Sports Coma. Much love to the family members. Appreciate y'all. The PRO Media Network is back at it again. Last year, we gave away several PS4s and games. So this year, we're raffling off a PS5. To enter for your chance to win, simply click the link below and fill out all the necessary information to be eligible. Sign up for the raffle. It's $25 to enter. You gain an opportunity to win a system, the PS5 system. Like I said, it's a one remote and everything in it that goes with the full system. These things are hard to come by. It could be yours. Into the raffle today, $25 get you in. There's also a deal when you buy more than one ticket that up your chances of winning. Jump in there. It benefits the platform as well. So feel free to sign up for the first annual PS5 raffle from the Pro Media Network. Thank you for participating and much love.
Go Tigers, go Tigers, go Tigers, go Tigers, go Tigers.
Tiger Talk.
Go Tigers, go Tigers, go Tigers, go Tigers, go Tigers.
Tiger Talk.
Go Tigers, go Tigers, go Tigers, go Tigers, go Tigers.
Tiger Talk.
Go Tigers, go Tigers.
You're now listening to Tough Tiger Talk with Big Q and the guys on the Pro Media Network.
Much love. What's going on, Tough Tiger Talk family? What's going on tonight? Hump Day edition of Tough Tiger Talk coming at you in the live, man. What's good with it? We're gonna cover some latest news and notes. Midweek Tough Tiger Talk stream. A lot going on in Tiger Nation. We'll cover it. A lot of good and some bad as well, man. We'll get all into it. We'll start off with Coach O. We'll get into his interview as Coach O breaks down and previews the upcoming matchup against Central Michigan. You know, we'll get into that side of things, man, and get into that because I think that'll be very important to kind of go over when you're dealing with Coach O as he tries to get the Tigers, man, mindset-wise back in that dominant way. And we got a lot of flux in terms of the coaching staff, but the mentality of winning has to come back as we move forward. So hopefully we have a very satisfying win over Central Michigan, the Chippewas in Death Valley, give them the issue before we move into our SEC schedule against Mississippi State. So with that being said, before we get in the stream, I'm Big Q chiming in. Please feel free to hit upon the like button, hit the subscribe button, and join the Tough Tiger Talk Nation. Much love to contributors GM Kev and Mozzy, as we'll get them back. Those guys will be with us on our weekend stream as we get ready for the Chippewas of Central Michigan. So without any further ado, we're going to tool up and have Coach O break down his upcoming thoughts. Here we go on Central Michigan. Here's Coach O.
All right. Hello, everybody. First of all, I'd like to thank the administration to send a truck of supplies down to LaRose, my hometown. They met a lot of people there at the Civic Center, people in need of supplies. And I want to thank the administration for sending that down there. It meant a lot. I was going to go down there. Me and Steve Ensminger was on a helicopter. They had to turn around because the weather was bad. So we wanted to be there, and we were there in spirit. I want to thank our student body for filling up the student section. Wow, what a great feeling. And all our fans on the Tiger Walk, Saturday night in Death Valley, our freshmen were fired up, coaches were fired up. And I want to thank all our fans, all our students for bringing the energy. A little bit about the game. You know, we wanted to improve on the run game. We did. We ran the ball outside. Several players got the football. So I was pleased with the improvement that we saw in the run game. You saw our two freshmen running back who I think are outstanding. And you'll see more of them. Along with Ty Davis, I thought he ran the ball well. We got a lot out of a running game and more to get later on. We still have some ways to go in protection. We still have a ways to go in tempo and the way we approach the line, and we're going to fix that this week. And also, we need to improve on third down. There's a combination of routes and protection. On defense, what an outstanding job. Held him to 51 yards rushing, 8 quarterback sacks, tremendous pressure. Special teams, Cade York broke a school record twice, 55 and 56 yarder. So really pleased with that. On to Central Michigan, spread offense, very well coached football team, a physical football team. 242 yards per game rushing, 34 points a game on offense. A really good offense led by a strong offensive line, really great protections and schemes. Jacob Sermon's their quarterback. Lou Nichols is an outstanding running back. Khalil Pimpleton is an outstanding receiver. On defense, they run a 4-2-5. They're led by Troy Harrison. He plays like his hair's on fire. He's all over the place, makes great plays. Devon Reed, free safety, outstanding player. All right, Tell the Truth Monday. Here we go. Any questions?
Yeah, Ron Higgins, Tiger Rag. We're hearing that John Emery Jr. may be out for the year because they registered him in a wrong class. What's his status right now?
Yeah, John Emery is out the year, and my saying he's unavailable.
Hey, Coach, Jared from TigerDetails.com. I was going to ask about John as well as status updates on Armani Goodwin and Trey Bradford in that backfield. It seems like a lot of shuffling potentially.
Yeah, I do believe that Armani Goodwin's questionable for this week, and it's a shame because I think he's an outstanding running back. Trey Bradford, as I know, will be eligible for the game. We have to see how the week goes, and hopefully we can play him this week.
Hey, Ed, you mentioned the tempo. I'm just curious. I mean, what do you think the kind of issue is there? Is it a coaching decision to kind of like work to be a little slower, or is it the players aren't ready? I'm just curious, kind of what the hang up is.
Yeah, I think it's more of we're trying to look over, get the perfect play for the perfect defense, and we had a discussion, and we're better off sometimes going what we call warp, go fast, and attack the defense. And we're going to practice that this week.
Ed Daniels in New Orleans. Do you think, I know Goodwin, it looked like he turned his ankle, but him and Kiner give you a little bit of that burst that maybe they can make something happen when holes aren't there. And because of that, do you think that warrants more playing time for both of those guys at some point?
Yeah, I do believe that they need to touch the ball more. And that's the same thing, Ed, I saw in camp. Those guys are dynamite, man. And I think that both of them are going to be great backs. Now, we also like Ty Davis. He runs the ball well. He's a bull in there, can run inside, outside. We need to use all three of those backs.
Hey, Coach, this is Josh Sidley with Louisiana Gridiron Football. With as many drops as we're seeing by the number 2 and 3 receivers, did they spend time catching the 11,000 balls over the summer, or is this just a timing issue with them and the quarterback?
Every one of them caught 10,000 balls, and they did it. And we had the fewest drops we had ever since I've been here. We registered those drops in any camp we've been in. So that came to me as a surprise. So we're going to go back to the fundamentals, go back to see why they're dropping the ball. Some of them were right on the money. It's their eyes, their hands, what they're doing with their technique, and we'll go back to technique and also catching balls after practice on the jug machine.
Warp speed, says Coach O, man. Warp speed's offense is what they're talking about doing. Speeding offense up, moving a lot faster, which isn't a bad idea if you're Coach O, man, to be honest with you. LSU's offense is kind of etching along, trying to break out, but, it's not just that. But he spoke about John Emery, which is the big story of the week, that Emery is out, for the season. And of course, that's the bad news. The good news is you heard him talking about Kiner and the rest of the running backs that he intends to use. Another thing is also, Coach O did speak about Trey Bradford and the fact that Trey Bradford, according to Brody Miller of Athletic Reports, and this is a couple days ago, that Coach Orgeron said that he expects Bradford to be eligible to play this week against Central Michigan. So even though we lose John Emery, who's supposed to be, he would have been so special for the LSU's offense. With him being out, we'll have to use TD Price. And also they're bringing Trey Bradford, which according to Coach O did say he should be eligible to play in this game. So, I mean, that is intriguing to say the least moving forward. But, like we said, warp speed offense. Coach O says that they want to play at warp speed. We'll see what that means. Move faster, get things in and out, move a lot faster, more harmony there, protection, plan, and faster could means, getting that ball out faster because the offensive line sucks so much. I mean, we have to be able to prove upon this stuff, man, before we get into the meat and potatoes of our season, man. But anyway, let's get into some of the stories here. We talked about what happened with Emery, as Coach O just briefed the family members on that he missed the first 2 games of the season due to the academic issue. And Coach O previously stated that it was a week-to-week thing. On Monday, he announced that Emery is done for the rest of the season, which is a massive blow to the offense struggling to run the football. The team has used fellow running back 2019 signee TD Price has been hampered with injuries. The camp has started both games for LSU. In 2 games, he accumulated just 68 yards on 21 carries. Very disappointing numbers, but in all, offense recently used 2 of the rookies, which are freshmen. I mean, Armani Goodwin and Corey Kiner in the run as well. And of course, Goodwin had an issue, but there's also Josh Williams as well. Kiner scored his first rushing touchdown on the Saints against McNeese on Saturday night. It appears that 4 running backs will likely have to carry the load after being dealt with a blow with Emery news. The only other back that could be in the mix is Trey Bradford, who re-enrolled after leaving Oklahoma a few weeks back. And also to get into that story, and that's a bit of a news. Like, you lose one guy, you get the next guy, and I think that's a positive as we keep moving this thing along, because Bradford could help. And of course, this article from the Advocate, Trey Bradford, welcome back to LSU, but running back hasn't received game clearance, and this was on the 9th. And also, just a couple days ago, according to ESPN and Athletic, that Coach O did say he expects Bradford to be eligible for the Central Michigan game. So this is good news, to be honest with you. And this is, like I said, coming from the Advocates. Wilson Alexander, when senior center Liam Shanahan recently walked down a hallway inside the LSU football operation building. He had to look at the teammate twice to make sure his eyes hadn't deceived him. Moving past him was Trey Bradford, a sophomore running back who left LSU this summer and transferred to Oklahoma, then decided to re-enter the transfer portal about 2 weeks ago. Shanahan thought he saw Bradford. He wasn't wrong. When I saw him in the building the other day, Shanahan said I had to do a double take to see if he was really back in the halls. Bradford has returned to LSU. Coach O said Wednesday, confirming reports Bradford rejoined the team. His jersey switched to number 8, now worn by freshman Malik Neighbors, to number 26. Now, Bradford hasn't received game clearance yet, but like I said in the report by The Athletic, that Coach O anticipates him being eligible against Central Michigan. So that we're losing Emery. Man, that's tough stuff. But getting Bradford, along with everything we held with TD Price and the rest of those guys, could help us kind of steady the ship moving forward in this thing. So let's keep it moving as well. We'll go into our next article here. We'll talk about LSU football to open their conference play at 11 a.m. against Mississippi State. And, of course, this is a bit of good news because we're looking at some of the late games to get back on par and get a LSU matchup early on Saturday is a bonus for me. I like that. LSU football to open up 11 a.m. against Mississippi State. And this is about the same beat right. LSU will play its first Southeastern Conference game this season at 11 a.m. Central Time next weekend against Mississippi State. The league announced that the September 25th kickoff times, Monday morning, the game will air on ESPN. The last time LSU played Mississippi State, you got it, the Tigers lost 44-34 in their first game since winning the national championship as they struggled to defend Mike Leach's air raid offense. Now, Mississippi State finished the season with a disappointing 4-7 record, while LSU was 5-5, even more disappointing. This year, Mississippi State has opened the year 2-0 after beating North Carolina State over the weekend, and the Bulldogs played Memphis next. Now, LSU, which is 1-1, will host Central Michigan this weekend in Tiger Stadium in its final game before the SEC opener. So this is a revenge game against Mike Leach. Remember, like I just spoke to the family members, we have to get back on at them for that. We can't let them play with us with that Mike's leaving. Then this team went on to go 5-7. I mean, come on. We got to stump a rat hole in these people's ass on this next time around. And hopefully, like I said, Central Michigan tune-up game, got to do what you got to do. Those guys do put up a lot of points, by the way. We previewed this on the last stream for the family members when we recapped the LSU win. We also previewed the Central Michigan Chippewas matchup, went over the statistics. and talked about what they like to do. This team coming in here, they averaged 34. They could score now. They averaged 34.5 points per contest. And their total yards on them is 495 yards per game. That's total. They 264 and a half through the air, and this team puts up 230.5 yards rushing the game. Now they do have some not so good competition they match up with, but still in all, that's the numbers. LSU is just going to have to neutralize whatever they do while beat the hell out of them as well. So really intriguing, but it's good to hear that we back on an early schedule with the LSU matchups as we get ready to open that SEC schedule. So, I mean, intriguing, family, to say the least, but we have, and you heard Coach O, what Coach O was saying, listen, we got to be able to play at warp speed, which is pick up, move the damn offense faster, build a rhythm. That's pretty much what's going on here. All right, let's take a look at another article here, family, as we keep this thing moving. LSU likely would be without two defensive starters against Central Michigan. Now, this is also something that's coming up as well. Let's go over it here. And LSU likely will play Central Michigan this weekend without two defensive starters. Coach O said senior defensive end Ali Gay is unavailable for the second straight game, Orgeron said Wednesday. And junior safety Jay Ward's status is very doubtful because of an undisclosed injury. Ward sustained the injury in the first half of LSU season opener and lost to UCLA before he left the game. The Bruins punted on 3 straight possessions. Quote, hopefully we will have him back by next week. He'll be back. What Coach O was saying is day by day right now. He's very doubtful for this week, probably Mississippi State, and I'm not sure of that yet. Now, as Ward recovered, he didn't dress off at LSU's game against McNeese State. With him and graduate student Todd Harris Jr. unavailable, graduate student Cameron Lewis started at safety, recorded 1.5 tackles for loss and a half a sack. Now, Lewis will have a chance to start again Saturday night, as well as sophomore Jordan Tolles. Coach O said, I think Cam Lewis has done a good job, and so has Jordan Tolles. Both of those guys are going to have to play and do a good job. They've had a good week of practice. They're going to be challenged, but I think we're up for the challenge. So a couple of our defensive starters is not going to be in the building there against Central Michigan, but a lot of people feel like, man, it's Central Michigan. We should be able to take care of business against anybody, regardless of playing a lowbrow team like Central Michigan. No disrespect, but it's levels to this shit, and we on a higher level than what the Chippewas are. We just got to take care of business, man. Bottom line, get that rhythm before we open that schedule, so we can get some revenge on that Mississippi State club, man. For real, that's set that tone correctly. All right, and also on a somber note, man, to go over with Kevin Falk, man. I know y'all probably heard about Kevin Falk. Let's please give our prayers to this brother as his daughter, man. He lost his daughter, and this we don't know exactly what happened here. There's no particular details on what happened with Kevin Falk and his daughter, but she passed away on Monday, September the 13th, and the statement was released by LSU, and they said, we are heartbroken with the passing, and our thoughts and prayers are with the Falk family and all those who love her. And she was a part of the LSU family. We mourn the loss of his daughter, sister, friend, classmate, and colleague. And we ask that all Tigers keep the Falks in their prayers and respect their privacy at this difficult time. So, man, I was just really just disheartened by that story about Kevin Falk losing his daughter, man. And I don't know what the particulars are, but he stepped away, obviously, to deal with that. And Kevin Falk is a tremendous person, especially in the halls of LSU and his achievements throughout his life from LSU into the pros. And he loses his daughter tragically, man. So much love and prayers go to the Falk family and it's great difficulty, man. So, wow, man, it's just tough. So prayers to the Falks, man. But that'll do it for the show. I just want to drop by and chime in with you guys, a quick stream with you guys. Much love to y'all. Please feel free to hit upon the like button, hit the subscribe button, family, and join the Tough Tiger Talk family. We will return this weekend with more information, with the LSU Tigers matchup against Central Michigan as we move closer to kind of getting up on the right side of things, knocking them over the head, getting that another win there, going 2-1 as we prepare for Mississippi State and that SEC opener. So with that being said, we're going to chime out on that. I appreciate y'all for chiming in on this thing. And like I said, we'll return. Much love to the family, and go Tigers. TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who Dat and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who Dat in all of us.